Are you a gamer? The new PlayStation VR 2 and the featured games will definitely blow your mind. I mean, it's a whole new evolution of gaming experience you'd love to check out. Many video games are made to give that adventure and fantasy feeling, but what if you could actually be in and experience your favorite game in a more realistic way? That would be awesome, and any gamer would want that vibe. So let's see what the PlayStation VR 2 has to offer. Before diving into the rabbit hole of every game confirmed for the PlayStation VR 2 and other related news, let's check out the latest Sony Interactive Entertainment PlayStation VR 2 headset and what makes it so special. Although Sony hasn't announced its exact launch date and price, that hasn't stopped fans from checking out the VR headset specifications. The PSVR 2 headset and controller designs have been officially verified. The PSVR 2's controllers will receive a significant ergonomic and functionality boost. The PlayStation VR 2 appears to be the headgear we wanted for the PS5 all along. Haptic feedback and adjustable triggers are included in the new controllers. You may feel slight receptive headset vibrations at crucial points during gaming, such as anxious moments or the push of your car as you accelerate forward. The PSVR 2 headset includes a ton of upgrades, including the recognition of your eyes' movements, allowing for heightened emotional reactions and increased expressiveness when meeting other players online and while playing alone. The PlayStation VR 2 brings virtual reality gaming to a whole new level. I can't wait to get this headset. Are you feeling hyped already? Introducing the games on PlayStation VR 2, first up, we have Horizon Call of the Mountain. Horizon Call of the Mountain, a game from the Horizon series, has been revealed for the PlayStation VR 2. It takes place in the same universe, similar to Horizon Zero Dawn and Horizon Forbidden West. The first VR take on the Horizon world will be a true tale campaign that will take roughly 7 hours to finish, as well as some extra expansion packs incorporated into the game. It's safe to say that the spin-off game seems to be one of the most enticing games on the console. Based on what has been shown thus far, it appears like the majority of the franchise's characteristic traits will be converted into virtual reality. The trailers Sony has released have shown visceral violence, robotic machinery, and sci-fi intrigue. For the first time, you'll be totally immersed in the Horizon universe in Call of the Mountain. You play the game through the eyes of the character Ryas, a former Shadow Karja fighter, who will guide you through the new adventure. Ryas is an expert climber and archer. You'll traverse mountains and take out powerful robots like the Thunderjaw in his mission. Horizon Call of the Mountain will have an immersive river ride experience, in addition to the main quest, allowing you to take on the breathtaking sights from all throughout the Horizon universe. Feeling interested already? I can bet my money that this game would be mind-blowing. Next, we have Resident Evil 4 Remake and Resident Evil Village, as both games are confirmed. Both Capcom games would be available on the PlayStation VR 2 and would see more zombie lore. Are you afraid? Since the popularity of Resident Evil 7's debut, Capcom writers have moved a lot of parts of the horror franchise to virtual reality consoles. The writer is once more focusing on Sony's PlayStation VR 2. The Resident Evil Village will offer an even more intense immersive experience by fully using the beautiful graphics made available by the headset's 4K HDR display, PlayStation VR 2's eye tracking, PS5's 3D audio, and more. With VR controllers, it's possible to handle 2 guns simultaneously and move your hands freely while playing Resident Evil Village. The game will seem even more realistic as a result. The headset's haptic feedback will also help the immersion. For instance, as a zombie drags you across the floor, the VR headgear vibrates. It is intended that the tactile impact will lessen motion sickness and boost realism. Resident Evil 4 is being remade by Capcom, and it looks amazing. However, the PSVR 2 integration is now listed as supported content, implying that we will not be able to play the whole game in VR. Although the information is currently lacking, fans may anticipate that the Resident Evil 4 remake will have PSVR 2 compatible content. Resident Evil is one of the games I played when I was little, and I can't wait for its remake. Have you played any Resident Evil games? If it's a no, then you should definitely play one. Following Capcom Games is The Walking Dead Saints and Sinners Chapter 2, Retribution. The Walking Dead Saints and Sinners is without a doubt one of the greatest VR games available. The fact that Skydance Interactive has additional plans for the series won't come as much of a surprise to fans after The Walking Dead Saints and Sinners' spectacular debut on the original PlayStation VR. Similar to the first game in the series, you'll scavenge around a post-apocalyptic New Orleans that's teeming with the undead, as well as competing gangs that you may choose to join or engage in combat with. The second chapter of The Walking Dead Saints and Sinners Retribution is a standalone game and will have a new armory of weapons, which, considering the power of its physics-based combat, is surely welcome. The silencer, new weapons like the submachine gun and the sawed-off shotgun, as well as a chainsaw, are among the new features. There are also new threats to deal with. When The Walking Dead Saints and Sinners Chapter 2 Retribution is released on PSVR 2, Skydance promises improved graphics, more precise hand tracking, and more complex levels. Well, I've been talking about zombie apocalypse games for too long. Is that a sign? Oh lord. Anyways, time to switch it. Coming next is the cyberpunk thriller Lo-Fi. For years, Iris VR's long-awaited sci-fi game has been promising to join the lineup of PlayStation VR 2 games. In the first few months of 2021, indie studio Iris VR Inc. made waves for being one of the first companies to reveal it was making a game for Sony's PlayStation VR 2. Lo-Fi is a single-player retro-futuristic cyberpunk game where players may decide how to progress in a futuristic living simulator modeled after films like Blade Runner. The developer has been adding new features while it has been in early access on itch for a while. It was confirmed in a tweet linked with the headset's name that the upcoming cyberpunk thriller Lo-Fi will launch on the PSVR 2. I did watch Blade Runner 2049 one time and would love to see a game along that line. You should definitely see Blade Runner if you haven't. Only then will you understand what I'm feeling. Demio is the next game confirmed on the list. Demio is a VR spin on a tabletop RPG dungeon crawler created by VR veteran Resolution Games. Players will be able to replicate all of the enchantment of a tabletop experience within a virtual reality setting, as the game is styled as a Dungeons & Dragons inspired co-op adventure game. You select a character class and travel through dungeons packed with treasures and creatures with up to 3 teammates. When you have done this, you can use a variety of special skills. According to Resolution Games, the PSVR 2 version of Demio will offer loads of features that actually make it the finest way to enjoy Demio to date. The Sense controller's haptics, which gives picked up items varying weights, are included in this. The visuals were also updated to better use the capabilities of the PlayStation 5, and Resolution Games promised new shaders and a 120Hz frame rate. The game will occupy players for a considerable amount of time, thanks to frequent updates with new adventures and classes. I haven't played games similar to Demio, but games made by Resolution Games Company, like Angry Birds, are always cool and interesting. Have you played any games created by Resolution Game Studio? Finally, Samurai Slaughterhouse is also confirmed as one of the games on PlayStation VR 2. Another independent game developer has swiftly announced that it would be adding to the lineup of PSVR 2 games. Samurai Slaughterhouse, a hack-and-slash adventure game with RPG elements, will debut on PlayStation VR 2. The VR hack-and-slash adventure Samurai Slaughterhouse has an open world and basic RPG mechanics. Bloody melee combat with physics-based fighting is included in the violent video game Samurai Slaughterhouse. When facing off against a wide variety of foes, players will be able to participate in violent physics-based combat, according to Tab Games, the independent studio that created the game. Developer Tad Games provided the setting. Your spirit is trapped on a mythological mountain, and the only way out is to battle your way to the pinnacle of a vast castle they created. Return demons to the Netherrealm from where they came to free your soul. That's every game that has been confirmed so far for the PlayStation VR VR2 platform. This next-generation headgear, in my opinion, will help VR become more widely used in video games. Watch out, they should be out earliest 2023. Subscribe, leave a comment, and stay tuned for my next video.